Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Ajiana binti Zamri Ali. My metric number is 271463. I'm a University Utara Malaysia student from School of Quantitative Science for SQQS 3143 of Lifetime Data Analysis course. We'll explain about my individual assignment with the topic is the reliability time of latex balloon floated when filled with helium gas. First of all, I will explain about the problem statement of this experiment. There are several factors that affect the time taken for a balloon to float are the ambient temperature and the size of the balloon. The lower the temperature, the longer the balloon can float. If the size of the balloon is getting bigger, then the time of the balloon floating is longer. Balloons containing helium gas can float into the air because helium gas is less dense than air. While helium gas can float balloons, balloons can also deflate at an instantaneous rate because helium gas has very small helium atoms to slip between the spaces inside the balloons. It is estimated that a balloon with a width of 10 inches can only float for 8 to 10 hours. The objective of this experiment is to find out the reliability time of the latex balloon float when filled with the helium gas. The subject of this experiment is latex balloon that filled with helium gas. The event of interest is latex balloon filled with helium gas being not floating. The timeline of this experiment is 11:30 p.m. until 1:30 a.m. on 2nd November 2021. To run this experiment, I had to buy a latex balloon containing helium gas at a nearby store. At 3 p.m., I had gone to the Creative Event store for buying 5 balloons with 10 inches of the size. At 3:30 p.m., the balloon was finished filled with helium gas. According to Cat Carpenter 2020, and 10 or 12 inches latex balloon filled with helium might last at 10 hours indoors. Once I got home, I placed the balloons in room temperature to get the same temperature for each balloon. This is the process of filled helium gas. Let's watch together the video of the process. At 11:22 p.m., 1 over the 5 balloons was no longer floating and has been on the floor. Balloons can only float for 7 hours 52 minutes. The balloon could not last for 8 hours. This has proven that the observation was left censored. At 12:45 a.m., 1 balloon is also no longer floating. The balloon can float for 9 hours 15 minutes, which is still within the timeline range. This indicates this observation is not censored. 3 balloons were found not floating firmly again at 3:05 a.m. The balloon can last beyond the timeline, which is 11 hours 35 minutes. This suggests that this observation is right censored. The meaning of censored is the object from survivor data which do not contain exact information of failure occurrence. For such observation, we only know that the failure time is not less than its follow-up time. The meaning of left censoring is when the event of interest has already occurred before enrollment. The meaning of right censoring is occurs when a subject leaves the study before an event occurs or the study ends before the event has occurred. The conclusion. The result can obtain from this experiment are there is 1 left censored data, 1 exact survival data, and 3 right censored data. We can conclude that the latex balloon containing helium gas can float for more than 10 hours, which is not as expected. If the size of the balloon is longer, then the period of time the balloon can float in the air is longer. This is the reference I made while performing this assignment. That's all from me. Thank you.